Here we go. And welcome back, Rio Grande Guardian viewers. Great to have you back for the latest in our Community Spotlight series. This time, we've got a bit of a departure from the norm. Regular viewers will know that our focus most of the time is on the Rio Grande Valley. However, today we are heading northwest to Laredo, because we're interviewing Gloria Rendon, who is Deputy Superintendent for United Independent School District. Gloria, it's great to have you today.
Well, thank you, Steve. It's good to be here with you all, sharing a little bit about our district. And we are a Region 1 school system, although we are a little north of the valley. So yes, we are considered Region 1.
We are really pleased to have you. Tell us a little bit about United ISD.
Well, I'd love to. Actually, we are, as of this school year, we are the largest school system in Region 1. We finally beat out Brownsville in enrollment. So we are a two school system here in Laredo, Texas. It is United ISD, with 43,000 students, and of course our sister district in Laredo, which is Laredo ISD, with about 24,000 students. United ISD has is comprised of 4 6A high schools, a population of about 77% economically disadvantaged. And so we are a growing community of students. We are our largest employer in our county of Webb. And so we operate a system from pre-kinder through 12th grade with 2 early high school programs, and we're competitive. Just ask Brownsville, McAllen, La Jolla, and so forth. We are competitive in the field of athletics and strong in UIL academics as well. And so our teachers are top-notch teachers. We have been rated received a school rating from TEA for 2 consecutive years as an A-rated school system, one of the largest across the state of Texas who have received that with our demographics of student makeup.
So if I was more of a sports fan based here in the Rio Grande Valley, I would know a lot more about United, yes?
Band, UIL academics, and athletics. Mm-hmm. And of course our curriculum. We are top-notch in our curriculum as well, with our career and technology programs also at the front line.
And I understand you're going to be celebrating a very significant milestone within the next year.
Absolutely, Steve. United ISD will celebrate its birthday, 60 years in the coming school year. 21-22 school year will be our 60th anniversary of existence for United ISD. And keep in mind, let me see if I can kind of paint this picture. United ISD is the outer area of our county, Webb County. And so we encompass a large square mile area all the way from Rio Bravo, close to the Zapata County line, to Encinal, for those of you who are familiar with I-35. That's how large our school system land-wise is. And so, as I mentioned to you, we have 4 high schools, 4 ninth grade campuses. We have 11 middle schools currently and 29 elementary schools, with our 30th elementary school being built for the 21-22 school year.
Tell us, if you will, a little bit about the demographics of your student body, because you have tremendous challenges, obviously, being a border community, and yet you are known for innovation. You mentioned you're part of Region 1, so we're aware of all the awards that you've won. Tell us a bit about the, not a unique situation, obviously, for a border community, a border school district, but some of the challenges you face and how you overcome them.
Well, we are probably right in line with the community of our community schools from Region 1 with regards to economically disadvantaged students and students with limited English proficiency, or what we call English language learners, ELL students. And so I think we share the same type of demographics. And so we don't see those as obstacles, we still see those as opportunities. And so what we have done for the past several years, actually, is we have our own curriculum, and we write our own curriculum with our own teachers, our own cadres, and our own scope and sequence. And so we have been very, very successful in the fact that our students are competitive. And so the state is looking to us for a model curricular program. They want to know what's going on in United ISD and in Laredo, Texas, because we are competing. Actually, we are actually sometimes exceeding the scores of our counterparts in North Texas. And so I know Midland individuals have come to visit with us, Northside, San Antonio school systems have come to visit with us, and to tour our facilities and our schools, of course, our programs, to see what we are doing in United ISD that is getting our students prepared for the real world and life after high school.
We're obviously here in the Rio Grande Valley aware of that, because as we all know, as these students progress through university, they are snapped up. You know, the raw material we produce, the tomorrow's workers, they are in great demand in communities much further north than here. I know that to be the case in the Valley, and I'm sure the same in Laredo, where the students, they defy the odds in many ways. They overcome whatever challenges there are socio-economically, and they rise to great success, leaving your school district, going on to university and beyond.
Absolutely, and we instill that in them since our day one of school, whether it be pre-kindergarten, elementary, middle school, or high school. When they step foot in our schools, we instill that, and of course, we build on that and their experiences. And so we have been successful in that. We will continue to be successful as a priority. Not only do we establish the academic, do we work on the academic needs of our students, but also the emotional and social well-being needs. We have, and I have to attribute this to our tremendous teachers who take their students as their own, and our administrators at each of our campuses. So that's a tribute to everybody's collaborative efforts, the teamwork approach that we have in our community, in our school system. I think that is what is key to success, and our parents as well. So it's a partnership. I don't have to tell you that, and it's nothing new to anybody who's in the field of education, but it is truly a partnership. The commitment has to be there. The communication has to be there with our stakeholders, with everybody involved, and it's to the benefit of our students, and of course, to the future of not only our community, but to our nation and wherever these students may decide to eventually settle.
Thank you for that. Now, I know there's one person that we do have to mention. You want to give, you want to say some very kind words about Roberto J. Santos. Tell us about Roberto, his involvement there, his role as superintendent, and what he's been to you as a mentor.
Roberto J. Santos has worked in the public school systems for 46 years. He will be retiring at the end of this school year. He has been superintendent for United ISD, and he's instructionally led us good times, bad times, whether it be instruction, economic hardships. He has been a tremendous leader, not only in our school systems, but also in our community. So I want to give a big shout out to him. And those of you who are in the public education field know that that is an anomaly. To serve as a school superintendent for 16 years, that is really unheard of. And so he has been a tremendous mentor to not only me, but to a lot of individuals within our school system. And he's been so consistent. He's been a consistent force in our community with regards to educational leadership. And so we all respect, we admire him, we wish him well in his next chapter of his life. And he's going to be missed. But he has served United ISD. He has served a lot of individual students as well here. And when you look at an individual who's probably been responsible for a successful bond program and for building more than half of our schools that are probably in existence now in our community, what a tremendous feat, what a tremendous service he has done for our community. And so I speak on behalf of a lot of administrators and community members here in Laredo and United ISD. Thank you, Mr. Santos, for your service to our students and to our community.
Now, I know that the Board of Trustees for the school district, there's a procedure now in place to find a successor to him. And from what I understand, although we have to remain impartial, We understand that you may be in the running there. Do we know how many people have applied and at what stage we're at there?
I don't know how many people will apply because I am not privy to that, but of course I am interested in the vacancy that is going to be created by my mentor's retirement, and I look forward to that and continuing to move United ISD forward in the direction that we need to be to make it continue being a pioneer in every educational aspect, and to continue moving our district forward and providing the best educational opportunities for all of our students. And so I just look forward to the opportunity, and whatever happens, I know it's a board's decision, whatever happens, we are committed, or I will continue to be committed to United Independent School District. This is my home, and this is my school district in my heart, and I will continue to work as hard as I can.
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself now, Gloria. We haven't really asked you anything about yourself yet. You've been an educator for many years. What do you think your attributes are, should you be fortunate enough to lead a school district?
Well, I've been with the United Independent School District since 1991. And so prior to that, I was with our sister district, Gloria ISD. And I won't bore you with all the details, but I started off as a teacher, school administrator, area administrator, and then I landed in central office. I have served under 3 superintendents here at United Independent School District. And so very fortunate. All the opportunities and all the positions that I have had have given me the opportunity to grow and to learn from each and every individual that I've had the opportunity to work with. I've learned from everybody, from our students, from our teachers, from our administrators, and of course, my mentors, my previous superintendents as well. And so the attributes I think that I bring into any position that I may hold is number one, effective communicator. I think that is key. When you don't get the message, first of all, you have to listen, all right, and be responsive, be compassionate, and make the tough decisions. And then, of course, communicate your plans to our stakeholders. So I think that is pertinent and key. I also am an innovator with regards to the area of curriculum. Brought in early college, high school programs into our community. And I think those have been game changers for our student body and for the community that they serve, all right? We look at individuals who were at risk, students who were probably not going to go to school or had limited opportunities to attend college after high school. And so those opportunities, we set the groundwork for these individuals. Right now, what we're dealing with is, of course, the pandemic and COVID-19 and the changes that we have had to make to not only our curricular program, but also to our safety protocols, for our parents, our students, and our teachers. I think those are key as well. And so we're learning. As far as the attributes or the challenges that I may find with regards to what is coming, we'd have to look at the changes that may be coming from the legislators. And so funding is a concern. As you know, we don't know what's going to happen with our state funding. Our economy has taken a dip with regards to COVID-19 issues. And so we're hoping that we continue to speak with our legislative leaders up in Austin to see how we are going to be, if any, negatively impacted with regards to state funding. But we continue to move forward. Right now, we are working on COVID clinics for our vaccination clinics. We are in a partnership with our city of Laredo. And so our nurses, we have over 60 nursing staff members who are facilitating those particular vaccine drives in our community. And I think that has been another attribute that we have, that we can work closely with our city officials, our county officials, to get the needs of our community met as soon as possible.
Mm. COVID was going to be my next question, because we're all aware how the border region has suffered as much as anywhere at different times throughout the past year. The Valley certainly suffered in last summer. El Paso, it spiked badly. Laredo as well. How do you feel right now your school district is coping with this? And what is the mood? What can you judge the mood of parents and families as to how, whether they should be doing in-person tuition, whether the kids should be back at school? Are you ready for that? And how is the vaccination working out?
The mood is, you don't want to ever be the first in the state of Texas on the roster for individuals with the highest per capita hospitalization rate. And that's where we are at. And so in our mood, the community, the mood in our community has been, of course, fear. And fear of the unknown, fear of what is out there. And we only have approximately 5% of our students, less than 5% of our student population receiving remote, on-campus instruction. The majority of our students are receiving instruction from home. We have put procedures in place where our teachers come to school on a rotation system. And so we do not have all of our personnel being on campus, and that has worked well for us. And so we provide remote instruction from home, some from school, and of course we provide on-campus instruction for the students. We only have, as of last week, we had 2,100 students receiving on-campus instruction. And so that is concerning. As we move forward into the 21-22 school year, and of course, with all the initiatives that you hear from our President Biden, our Commissioner of Education, and our Governor, with regards to probably opening more on-campus instruction, we are looking at different plans, of course, restructuring our curricular plans so that we can provide hybrid instruction. Hopefully that should continue, but you know that we will probably not go back to full force on campus instruction. We will always have some type of a hybrid model, specifically for some classes. I don't think there's any turning back from remote instruction with regards to those who do not want to come, or actually some coursework that could be offered remotely for students. As far as our rollout, we have sent resolutions to our governor and asking that our teachers be considered as part of the 1B phase, which is individuals who should be vaccinated because they are providing a service to our students. And so when we look at that, we continue to promote that and push for that, and we are still talking to our legislators. However, that has not been approved at the state level, so we are moving forward. As the city is getting more vaccines, as mentioned to you, our sister district and United ISD, in partnership with our city and our county officials, are working to have various clinics within our community. So our nurses have been assisting not only at the city level, but what we're doing now, and instead of having large venues, where you have 3,000 individuals being vaccinated in one place, what our city is doing, we share the vaccines. Every site maybe gets 250 vaccines. We have 12 sites across the city. Our schools are being used for that. We have wonderful traffic loops. And so we're doing drive-by clinics at, we have 6 sites. Laredo ISD has 6 sites. And we are using our campus volunteers and trying to push the vaccines and put them, of course, in the arms of the individuals who may need them. And if we can roll that out and continue to provide our services, we are committed to assisting our community in doing so.
You mentioned earlier, 95% at the moment, 95% of the students are receiving their education remotely. Here in the Rio Grande Valley, a big issue that has come up is the lack of broadband, the so-called digital divide. Tens of thousands of families in the colonias, for example, who either have no opportunity for broadband, their internet is not provided there, or if it is, it's very expensive, unaffordable. How is the situation in Webb County? I imagine you have similar issues there.
We have similar issues. We addressed them, Steve, early on in the summer. We started supplying our school buses with mega Wi-Fi devices. And so they are mobile. Our buses are actually serving as Wi-Fi carriers. And so our buses head out by 7 o'clock in the morning. They are parked in the colonia areas, in the neighborhoods that do not have high broadband bandwidth. And so our buses, we have a number of school buses that we did that with. And so our students, initially it was, a little bit of some hiccups, but after week 2, we addressed those issues. We powered our buses even more so. We supplied more bandwidth to our buses, and they are out there. Our students are working from their homes in the Colonia areas. In addition to that, what we also did is each of our parking areas in some of our schools, we also provided Wi-Fi towers in our facilities, in our parking areas. So our students can access Wi-Fi through the school parking lot area. And in those cases, our students are going to school. We are taking measures with regards to, the students are not logging in. Okay, then your school is open, come on in, and you will be instructed from school. So those are the individuals. I think everybody has had those challenges. We provided MiFi, individual MiFi devices also to our students. So they take the devices, at least one per household. If there's multiple students at home, we provide multiple devices as well so that they can have access to the internet. And we had provided already previously Chromebooks to our students, upper grades, and our pre-kinder, kinder, and first grade students did receive the iPads, the mini iPads.
Well, Gloria, those are all the questions I had, but I do want to obviously ask you, is there anything else that we haven't covered here that you would like to tell the audience about, either about yourself or your school district?
No, United ISD will continue to be an innovator, a mover and a shaker in the area of education. And so anybody has any questions with regards to what we do here at United ISD, please feel free to reach out to us. Our website is uisd.net. And so we welcome to entertain any of your questions or your comments. So I thank you for the opportunity, and thank you, Rio Grande Valley.
You're very welcome. Gloria Rendon, Deputy Superintendent for United Independent School District. Thank you so much for today's interview.
Thank you. Have a good one.